Hey everybody, welcome back. Alright, so we are vigorous, we are awake, even though it is the small hours of the morning. So one thing that we know that we needed to make our shelter was we were going to need, I think it was four slender trunks. And we have four slender trunks right there. So, what we could do, I don't know, let's check. Let's go to our skills. Or actually, no, we don't need to do that. Go to the Make menu here, go to Building, and Shelter. And let's place it next to the fire, I suppose. Oh, we're going to need 20 spruce twigs. Well, just twigs in general. Okay, that's alright. So what we can do is actually just try to pick those from this tree right here. So we'll go to our skills, Timbercraft, and cut branches, twigs from the tree. Alright. So they're lying on the ground. There's 19. How about that? Just one short. So let's do that again. Alright. Okay, so let's see what we got here. 31, that'll do. Alright, so we'll pick up all of those. And we'll move here again. And go back to our Make menu, Building, go with Shelter again, place it to our left. Alright, you have all the necessary equipment, it tells us. Okay, so there's a grouse that has entered our field of view. But that's okay. We probably would want to rest at this point. So we are actually going to abort the task. Because as you can see, our fatigue is really up there, as is our hunger and thirst. So first thing we'll do here, eat some more reindeer. Then let's go to the water. We should be able to make it there without issue. Alright, so we will drink from that. Alright, now we need to rest. So, rest until we are... Let's see, a black grouse entered again, so it's just telling us that we're not going to abort our task. Now we're rested. It is the late morning. We're doing alright. We're still cold, which is unfortunate. But I just don't have the means to make any clothing as of yet. We could make a trap. Probably be a good idea, I would think. Okay, so let me stand here and repeat the task. Okay, and so something else has entered our view, but we're not going to abort. And that's gonna, another grouse, this is gonna happen. And we can hear them calling. Okay, so we're too fatigued to continue again. Alright, so we'll do the same thing we did before, but we're gonna have, well, basically the same thing. We're gonna eat again. Right, and then we'll Alt dash, or Alt a minus sign, to rest until we're no longer fatigued. And we'll go back to work here. And that shelter is complete. So this will hopefully help us sleep through the night more consistently. That would be very good. Let's see what's at our feet here. We got a slender tree trunk. Actually, I'm going to drop that, but let me... In the future, let's maybe put our fire... Let's just put it right here, maybe. So yeah, what I'll do is drop this stuff here. All of that, and the branch. Just go ahead and drop that stuff right there. I will pick up that rock. Alright, so we need to eat again. And so we'll do that. Now it's already the early evening. Seems like we just got started. So let's go up here and drink. Now, I don't know what if we have something we could use to fish with at this point. I don't know. I just want to see if we have something that we can do this somehow, even though it's in the evening right now and it's not a great time. So if I go to my skills and I go to fishing, we can do active fishing. And then it says choose your fishing equipment. And I don't know. I mean, would a knife work? It says you can't fish with that. So that's going to be an issue. So we're going to need to create something. I think we might be able to use like a stake, maybe, but I'm probably wrong about that. Okay, here's what we're going to do. Let's get some more twigs, and then hopefully this won't be for the fire, but for other purposes. So timber craft. All right. And I'm going to grab those 18 twigs. Okay. And then let's see. Let's find a small tree. Let's see if we can cut one down before going to sleep here. Is this? I don't think that would be small enough, but let's try it. So again, skills, timber craft, and we'll try fell a tree. All right, there we go. So that's going to be 5 slender tree trunks. That's very good. We go to timber craft again. I think we learned that you can only make the blocks from a large tree trunk. Is that right? Oh, and I'm standing on them either way. Yeah, you need the big tree trunk. That's right. So what else? Let's see. Oh, you know, bark was something else that I was going to try to get. So let's go back here and say peel some bark. And it says it can only be peeled from birch, alder, and rowan. I see. I see. So not from spruce. All right. All right. So let's start our fire here. Right, hopefully that'll give us some warmth as we try to go to sleep. It is the evening. Maybe waiting for the late evening would be a better idea. I'm not really sure. I'm trying to think what else we could do that won't be too fatigued. You know what? First of all, let's just rest until we're not fatigued. Okay, so now we feel warm and we're actually feeling hot at this point, but there could be worse things, I think. So let's go to sleep. Alright, so we slept through the night, right to the morning. That is excellent. Alright. So we're going to need to eat, of course, and now we're getting close to running out of food. So the fishing is going to need to happen. So I'm going to press F1. And let's look at fishing here. And it says there's active and passive. Active fishing means using a fishing rod or certain weapons. Alright, and so it says you can try to spear or club them. So that's all we needed to know. I do have a club. I do have a club. But I imagine that's not going to work all that well, which makes me wonder. Let's see. Utility articles, maybe? I don't remember. Actually, trapping, we had talked about this. Before I forget, what does it take to make a light lever trap? So we need a slender trunk, we need branches and stones. Okay, so we'll do that in a bit. Alright, so let's go over here. Let's drink a little water first. Okay, now let's try fishing, active fishing with a club. And that is working. Now it says your fishing expertise is slightly lowered, mostly due to the load you are carrying. So, what? I guess we could drop the twigs for now and see if that helps. Okay, so we didn't manage to catch any fish. And again, we had the same problem. We had the same problem. Okay. Let's eat. Okay, so we had 5 pounds of roasted pike, and now we've got 4 pounds, so that's going to be a 1 pound each. So yeah, we're really running low on time. Let's go ahead and drop these stones and these rocks, and the fine maul just for now. Hopefully I won't forget about this. Hopefully. Alright, so there has to be just a regular fishing happening now. Let's try this again. Okay, we did not get that warning this time. We still didn't catch uh, any fish, but let's try it again. This is where things are going to get dire really quickly. Again, we didn't get them. Let's try one more time. I should probably try to make a spear. Alright, we didn't catch anything. Alright, so we're going to drink and eat. And then we're just going to go back. First, let me grab some twigs. Grab those. Alright. Oh, whoops, I need to drop them. I tried to make a fire without even dropping those. And I forgot about the other ones that I dropped, of course. Because that's just something that Odin does. Right. Got that fire going. Oh, man. Okay, so before we go to sleep, let's look at the spear. What would we need? I guess a javelin would work. Craft how many of a total of 10? I mean, well, let's start with 1. Let's see what we need. We need a staff, cutting weapon, and fire. Okay, so I need a staff, so naturally the question becomes, how do we make a staff? That doesn't fall under weapons, apparently. Where might we find that? Don't see one here. By the way, there's a torch, which would be a good thing to make. Let's go to our skills and go to carpentry. So we're... Again, I know I know where it is, but I just can't bring it to my mind right now, which makes it all worthless. Where did I see that before? I don't think it would be under building. I really don't think that's the case. Let's look under timbercraft again. Just make sure. Okay, I didn't think it would be there. All right, let's go back here. Lumber. Oh, it's under lumber. I suppose that makes sense. I guess. Okay, so we will need a slender trunk to make a staff. Let's... Yeah, let's do this real quick. Let's do this real quick. This is one of my tasks. I need to craft something also. Alright, it's midnight. It's now after midnight. This is probably not the best idea. It's already the small hours of the morning. Okay, so I did my crafting, which is what this is about. Now it's going to give me another task up, which is fishing, which is what we're working on. Okay, so a game course event is coming up. You got a fishing rod. Well, how about that? Deus Ex Machina. That works for me. That works for me. Alright, unfortunately we need to get some sleep. Like, we really, really do. So let's do it. And it says, brr, you wake up shivering from the coldness. That's not good. Also, we're so tired that we can't even stand up, so we're crawling around at this point is what that represents. Crawling around. Okay. Now my question is, can I move things while I'm crawling? Let's see if this is possible. It is possible. That is good. That is good. I'm going to set these things on fire. Some smaller kindling such as branches is required. Okay, well let's crawl to this tree in that case. Okay. Pick those. That just seems so strange here. Alright, drop the twigs. So now we have kindling and fuel. And now we've got a raging fire. We go back to sleep. And we wake up in late afternoon. So we're going to have a pretty odd schedule, I suppose, at this point. And that's not so good. Not so good. Okay. The fire is still going because we had so much fuel for it. It also says that we are sweating a lot. Because we're near the fire, of course. So if we just step away, well, that'll start to get better. Let's... Okay, we're out of food at this point. So luckily we got a fishing rod. Otherwise we would have... there's all that stuff I dropped. Let's just go down here. And let's say... fish, active fishing. This time a fishing rod. Alright, that's great. Okay, we just caught a perch. That means we're not going to starve today. So that's a... I'll take that. That's a win. Okay. So that just tells us a little bit about fishing there, and so now it's going to tell us to make some shelter for the next task, which of course we have done. Okay. Okay, so let's... Okay, so we need to pick up the fish we just caught. You pick up the perch, it says, and we're getting hungry, so we're going to have to cook it. We don't want to eat it raw. And the thing is, we need to cook it, like, and eat it now. So I'm going to go over here, and I'm going to grab these spruce twigs. Then we're going to just come down here and drop them. Make a fire. It did not succeed. We'll try it again. We failed again. And again. There we go. There we go. Alright, so we'll go to skills. We'll go to cookery. We want to roast. We want to roast that perch. Alright, so remember, it's going to sit there until it's ready. And we can't take it until it's ready. I'm afraid to start fishing because I guess we could cancel it when the hunger maxes out. But we do need to make the most of this time. Yeah, so well, let's just try. We're actually doing all right on the hunger situation. We didn't manage to catch any fish, sadly, and it says it smells like the roasted perch is ready, and the fire burned out, of course, which is good because it didn't burn the perch. It's just a roasted perch. Pick that up, and we are going to eat it. It's 1 pound, and now that almost got rid of all our hunger, and unfortunately that was the entire fish that we ate. So I'm going to drink some water. Now we're still lively, we're not tired, but we will get pretty cold. Right now we're still comfortably warm. But basically some more fishing is going to be in order here. It's only the late evening. I wonder how much time I'll really have. Let's try to fell this tree. And then I'm going to step over here, get some twigs, step back, and we're going to have just a raging fire going on. And instead of standing right next to it, I'll just come, well, maybe right here. Step into the water? No, do not want to do that. Alright, so let's try some more fishing. And of course, the more we fish, the better we're going to get at it, so it's always a good feeling knowing that you're progressing. Alright, so it's the small hours, which means it's basically our bedtime. And we're sweating a lot because this fire is so intense. We didn't manage to catch any fish, though, so we really... I don't know what we're supposed to do at this point. If we go to sleep, we're going to wake up from the hunger eventually, so we just have to try fishing again. I'm normally able to catch enough fish to get me through the day pretty safely. But once again, we didn't catch anything. And we're weary. Let's just try it again. See if we can continue. No, we didn't manage to catch any fish, and we fell down from exhaustion, so we're just going to try to... Well, we could sleep right here. Alright, so something wakes you up, you think you saw something move in the distance. It's probably a grouse, but I'm still... I'm a bit tired, but I should be able to stand up. Let's see. That's an interesting question. How does one stand up? Let's look here. Get up or lay down, so that would be lowercase u. Alright, so we're basically just have to go right back to fishing because things are starting to look dire, but let me drink some water first. Oh no, this is not looking good. Alright, so here's where we're going to end this episode. Thank you as always for hanging out with me, I appreciate it. There will be more to come. Please hit like and subscribe, and I'll see you guys next time.